Joel 2:28, my favorite scripture, my young men shall see visions and my old men shall dream dreams. These visions that the Spirit of God, that he shows us, is God's plan for earth through his earthen vessels, you and I, God's kingdom. And he articulates it in the books of heaven that he has for us. Revelation talks about when Jesus sits down and the books are open, right? Not book, but books are open. These books are open for accountability. The visions, the dreams, the aspirations that I showed you. Were you accountable? Were you diligent? Did you bring it, and did you bring it to fruition? Did you allow my kingdom to come and my will to be done on earth as it is in heaven, right? There's an accountability to the dreams and aspirations and the visions that God provides for us. He doesn't just show us so that we can talk about it. He shows us for his purpose, riches, and glory. And we're all synergetically tied to one another. This is not anything about an island or one individual person, but we all need one another. Here in the earth, we all need one another. The gifts, the work that he's given us, why he's created us, was for our purpose, our work. It's not for us, right? He came to serve, right? And this is our King. Christ came and he's washing his disciples' feet. He came and he's feeding thousands. He came and he personified what we know as commonwealth, right? His kingdom. His citizens were living off of him, right? And living in that fleshly temple, that body. He must have been exhausted physically, but spiritually, he had more than enough. Sometimes we get tired because we're up against hurdles, or we sometimes get tired because of these hindrances. The difference between a hurdle and a hindrance: a hurdle is object or something that is in your way. Hindrance is what you are doing or not doing to slow down progress, right? So essentially, a hindrance is a lack of faith. You don't believe. You have not because you believe not, James. Having, fear being the opposite of faith. God called you to do something and you're afraid to do it. That's a hindrance. There's something slowing you down, or there is something stopping you that you are doing or that you are not doing. Are doing, which means you're trying to do something that God didn't tell you to do. Are not doing, God told you to do something and you're not doing. Hurdles, something that is in your way. Well, as it says in Ephesians, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, right? We're in a world that is seen, it's a physical realm, but we're up against spiritual forces and wickedness, or very high echelon, right? And these people are controlled by the spiritual realm. So the devil will send people to be hurdles to you. So you may be doing everything right, but the enemy is sending hurdles in front of you. And to get through or get over these objects, to uproot these mountains, to uproot these, whatever they need to be uprooted to get out of your way. It's a spiritual battle. You can't outmuscle this. You can't outthink it or out-strategize it. This is where you have to seek first the kingdom and his righteousness. We need to seek God, and through the spiritual warfare that God provides for us, these resolutions, then these hurdles are removed, these boundaries are removed, and we're able to push through with what God is calling us to push through with.